Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how Swamy Hanuman has searched almost entire city of Lanka, did not find Sitamaa. This is another very important secret that is being told to us in Ramayana in Sundara Kanda. They say, right, Sundara Kanda teaches us as to how we should do upasana. Here, see, Swamy Hanuman actually went into Lanka. He saw many things. He saw different types of people. He saw many beautiful things also. We saw all of that in our previous episodes. But then he was focused on the thing that he wanted. What did he want? He wanted to see Sitamaa. The entire focus was on seeing Sitamaa only. This is a quality that is desired out of a upasaka or a seeker who is seeking the Bhagavad Darshana. For him, the only focus should be on Bhagavan, on Atma, on realizing the Atman. So, Swamy Hanuman is standing as an example for every upasaka here, where you get to see a lot of things when you are on the spiritual path, but you look at it and say, no, this is not Sitamaa, this is not Sitamaa, and you find and you do not rest until you finally watch or you finally get to see Sitamaa. That's what Swamy Hanuman did, right? That is in another way when you look at from the Upasaka side, when you are looking at Brahman, the Atma Padartha or the Paramatma, whatever name you give it, Naiti, this is not it, this is not it, this is not it, this is Naiti. That's what they say, Neti Vakyas in the Indian philosophy or in the Hindu philosophy, we say that, right? That, the Vedas say Naiti or Neti. So this is not the supreme, this is not the supreme. Like that, you keep searching and you finally realize the supreme. So that's what Swamy Hanuman is doing as an upasaka here. That's the other meaning that we can also get while we are reading this. So moving on, Swamy Hanuman is now entering the Sayanagara of Ravanasura. Deepanancha prakasena tejasa Ravanasya archirbir bhushananamcha pradipte tvabhyamanyata. So all the walls of that palace, of the core area of the Sayanagara is the place where Ravana is sleeping. So there are a lot of torches, the way you have this Olympic torch and all, right, where you see a flying flame. We call it Kagada in Telugu. In Hindi, I think we call it Mashal. So they were all there. They were nicely lit up. Ravana was sleeping on a golden cot. The women around him were also wearing golden ornaments. So when you all know what happens when this light falls on the gold and it gets reflected, it gives new light. So that's how the entire place there is nicely lit up so that anyone can see. How are those torches? Because when you lit and when you lit a torch and when it is an open flame, when there is a lot of air, the torch moves from this side to that side to this side. The flame actually moves, right? We see that. But then Ravana, he controls Vayudeva, right? So those torches, they are still. The wind is not impacting them. The light is still. Well, that's how bad I can explain it. But when you look at Maharshi's sloka here, that's wonderful. Maharshi is saying, Pradhyayata ivapasyan pradiptam tatra kanchanan dhurtaniva mahadhurtaihi devanena parajitan. You see, there is this game called Juda, right? Even in today's world, you can call it as, someone playing cards or someone playing in a casino, basically gambling. So when someone is gambling, right, his eyes, they are fixed on, probably on the casino's wheel or on the cards that they are playing and all that. They are totally focused. They are not moving any other way. Their concentration is totally fixed on it, right? And the way that fellow's concentration is fixed and he does not move at all, in similar way is the light that is coming out of those torches or the flame that's coming out of the torches. It is also not moving. Now, why did Maharshi use this particular example here? I think he was trying to inform all of us as to how bad gambling is and where it can lead a house to, where this sort of gambling can lead a house to. Probably Maharshi was giving an indirect meaning to all of us, saying that, stay away from such stuff. May Sri Ramachandra bless all of us with good intellect so that we will not get into any of those vices. Jai Shri Ram. Moving on. Now, how are the women in that room? Now, how is Ravana? Swamy Hanuman is yet to reach till Ravana. Before reaching Ravana, Swamy Hanuman has to see a lot of women. And how are those women? That's being described first. Anyonya Bhujasutrena Strimala Gradita Hisa Maleva Gradita Sutre Susubhe Matta Shatpada. So those women, Anyonya Bhujasutrena, they are putting their arms on each other. Anyonya Bhujasutrena, Srimala Gridita Hisa, Maleva Gridita Sutre, Susubhe Matta Shatpada. So the cloth of those women are not in the right place. And on one lady has put her arms on the side and she is sleeping, and then another lady is coming and sleeping on this lady's hands. All their faces are looking like lotuses, and those faces are so radiating that even these insects that that help the cross pollination across various flowers, those insects, they themselves might come and fall on their faces, or try to extract honey from their faces. So those faces are so beautiful, and all these women are totally taken over by Kama, but totally taken over by Mother. They are all Mother Vifvalas, means they're given into the Kama activity. They're all into that, and they all have come there for the sake of Ravana, and they have all enjoyed with Ravana that time. And while Ravana is surrounded by all these women, quite far from here there is another lady who is sleeping. We'll go towards her later. But how is Ravana here? You see, the upmana that is being given here is, you have these oxes which are used for reproduction, right? Some of them get castrated and a few of them are left uncastrated, and those are the ones that are really useful in taking ahead the lineage. So imagine one such ox which has enjoyed with a lot of cows. That's the upamana that was given by Maharshi over here. That's how Ravana is sleeping. And how are these women there? Nacha kulina, nachahina rupa, Nadakshina nanupachara yukta, bharya bhavattasya nahina sattva, nachapi kantasya nakamaniya. How are these women? Nachakulina. There is no woman there who is born in an inferior family. There is no woman there who is having a bad body, which means everyone there is very, very beautiful. Nadakshina means none of them were taken as a wife by anybody else. So all of them, they were kanyas when they came to Ravana. And everyone there knew very well as to how they should behave with their husbands. All of them had a very good birth, and all of them, this is the most important point here, all of them came to Ravana by themselves, and all of them wanted Ravana. This is a very, very interesting statement here, right? All of them wanted Ravana. Ravana, as we saw before, stands as a symbol for the Indriya Bhogas. So everyone there is wanting Indriya Bhogas. They are around him, whereas there is only one woman in entire Lanka who is thinking of Paramatma, who is thinking of Sri Ramachandra. That's Sitamaa. This is the beauty of Sundara Kanda. In every point you would be seeing Bhagavan. In every point you would be seeing Mata. Now moving on. Tasmin Jimuta Sankasam Pradeeptottama Kundalam Lohitaksham Mahabahum Maharajata Vasasam. Now Swamy Hanuman is going near Ravana, and Ravana is having a lot of tejas, a lot of aura around him. So Swamy Hanuman actually stayed a little far away. He jumped onto a small platform which was there, and from there he is observing Ravana. Tasmin Jimuta Sankasam Pradeeptottama Kundalam Lohitaksham Mahavahum Maharajita Vasam. See, the way he is sleeping is, if there is a black cloud that is going in the sky and all of a sudden it comes onto the earth and it is sleeping, the way it looks, that's how Ravana is. And this is a very interesting sloka. The next one. Airavata Vishanagraihi Apidana Kratavranau Vajro Likhita Pinamso Vishnu Chakra Parikshitau. So this man, he has some marks on his body. What are those marks? Airavata Vishanagre. What is Airavata? Airavata is the elephant of Indra. So when he was fighting with Indra, that elephant came and hit Ravana. So there was a small injury that has happened on his body. So that those marks are still there on his body. Now, if a normal elephant comes and hits, we would not live. We would not survive to tell the tale. But here, Airavata, the elephant of the king of gods, Indra, that has come and attacked him, and this is a small mark on the body that talks about Ravana's Parakrama. Apidana Kritavranau. Vajrolikhita Pinamsau. Devendra hit him with his Vajrayudha. There also small marks came upon his body. and then the Sudarshana chakra also was used on his body, and there also a small marks came up that talks about the strength of Ravana. Okay, that's how Ravana is. He is sleeping there, and the way he is sleeping, he has enjoyed with a lot of women, and Swami Hanuman is searching for Sitamaa, and Ravana's hands were shining. Even the nails of Ravana were shining in red color. So the shine in the nails actually talks about the prosperity of a person. So that talks about the prosperity of Ravana. There are a lot of women. One of them was hugging a veena and sleeping. One of them fell asleep while she was still dancing. One woman was playing mridanga, and she fell on the mridanga into sleep. One was playing flute, so the flute and she, both of them were falling asleep. And some of them, they are so pulled in by Ravana that whatever they are hugging, they are thinking that that's Ravana's face, and they are all kissing that face. That's how those women are. And Maharshi here says that the women were in such a state there that one woman's cloth or one woman's dress or one woman's sari was on another woman's body. So that means you can imagine the sort of situation that Mahal was having. And apart from all these women, there was in distance there was another woman sleeping. Swami Hanuman went there. Tasam ekanta vinyaste sayanam sayane subhe dadarsa rupa sampannam aparam sakapi striyam. He went there, and there he saw another woman radiating with beauty, and for the first time he felt like touching the feet of that lady and bowing down to her. This is not there in Valmiki Ramayana, but this is clearly there in Vishwanath Satyanarayana Garu's Ramayana Kalpavruksha, where he says when Swami Hanuman was searching for Sitamaa in that mahal, he was actually looking at the feet of all the women there, and he decides that if he gets to see the feet of a lady whom he feels like going and touching that feet and taking blessings, that would be the feet of a Pativrata, and that should be Sitamaa. Now that's how Swami Hanuman goes, and he sees this lady. He feels that she is Sitamaa, and he starts breaking into happiness. In the sloka here, this wonderful sloka, Aspotayamasa chuchumba pucham nananda chikrida jagau jagama Ambanarohan nipapata bhumau dadarsayan swam prakritim kapinam. So Aspotayamasa chuchumba pucham. So he took his tail and he was kissing his tail. He was jumping. There was a huge pillar from which he was jumping, and he was very, very happy, thinking that he saw Sitamaa. Now see, kissing the tail. Maharshi could have used any other word, but he uses chuchumba pucham. Chuchumba means kissing. Pucham means the tail. Why did he use only those two words? Try saying chuchumba and pucham. You will make a face, or your lips will come together as if you are kissing someone on the cheek, right? So that's the beauty over there. Now let Swami Hanuman be very happy here. But who is she? What would Swami Hanuman realize after looking at her? That with Sri Ramachandra's grace we'll be seeing in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam sati sasnara swam charanarvindar pramasthu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.